All right, welcome everyone. January 25th for the protocol sync meeting. Lots to discuss. We got leader rotation and a few other things to go over. It's been a busy couple weeks here, so trying to tie down the next update. That will be a hard forking update, hopefully incorporating the leader rotation feature. So, Soph, if you want to go first and go from there.
Okay, sure. For me, it would be a quick one because I've been working on multiple issues. Definitely reset, the rotations, not stuck, and all those stuff. Some of them are linked to existing issue, especially on testnet, right? But we still have as well new issues that kind of occurred and created GitHub issues for that. Okay. I think we need to look at those. I think there's two of them. Let me see the numbers. It's for 4616 and 4614. Okay. 4614 is the one with the rollback or the revert feature. Okay. Constantine has provided a fix. So the first one wasn't working. Okay. The second one I just tested quickly today. I think it works, but I wanted to spend more time into looking at the logs and see if there is anything else that might be happening. Okay. But if that one goes well, then I think that would be a good point already. Okay. Testnet and even mainnet node, I think, but happening less often is the consensus in syncing mode. Okay, there's also an issue for that. But that one has been fixed, as I think, already pushed to dev. We just missed that dev branch to be pushed to testnet and mainnet to see if that disappear completely. Okay, but also a fix that Constantine provided. Okay. For leader rotation, I think I will leave it to Constantine and Diego. But to me, testing, there are some weirdness that we want to look at. One of them is for the same node, I was able to capture both a hooray, which is a message when the block is added for the leader, and a bingo, which is the normal validator message when a block is added, right? And I was able to see those two logs in the same node for the same block and same hash. So something is going on that one. Additionally, today we got one node stuck in Devnet SHA-1. I think, but have to investigate more. It might be due to leader rotation. Yeah.
Yeah, Soph and I discussed a little bit of this before this meeting, and we both agree that there's a lot of things in this PR, which is a good and bad thing. But I think the issue that we're seeing is strictly just on the leader rotation code.
So the thing is, right, leader rotation kind of changed the behavior of our current consensus, right? Today, you change leader only when there is a problem with the current leader or when by epoch change, you go back to the first one, right? In here, you change regularly, right? And I think one request I made to Constantine was to as well log on all the validator and leader a message, that says, oh, we are block X and we are supposed to have that BLS key as a validator, right? And if you are the one, if that node is the one, then just say I'm the leader. Today we have that log message in the view change protocol, just at the end that says, oh, I'm the new leader, right? And the view change kind of succeeded. We don't have that in the current leader rotation code. Yeah.
Anything else, Liv?
Not from me. I can talk about other stuff which I'm working on, but that's not the point here. Let's focus on the protocol side of things. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Konstantin?
Yeah, hi team. I was working on a fix for Devnet to fix issue with revert command because it um, currently we remove blocks, but actually leader rotation expects that if block was inserted, it means that it's inside and there's no other ways to roll back or doing something in leader rotation. So I need a bit another algorithm to check who is going to mine next block because currently if a node fails, it can revert blocks and start from another block than it was previously, and the notation does not expect this. I'm going to work on it. I guess I will fix it today. And I will check what's going on right now because I didn't check still what errors was on DevNet. But as I know, it mostly works. I don't know what to say more because I fixed the issue with revert and now I'm working with leader rotation.
No, it's perfect. Great, thank you, Konstantin. Guys, did you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. In my side, I managed to have a couple of tests for the fasting last week because already all the DevNet nodes they have the fasting code. So on the DevNet, we have two different type of nodes. A part of nodes they have only they are using the DNS sync and they are not using the stream sync, and we have some other set of nodes that we call them streamnet. The streamnet nodes they are using actually a stream sync and they connecting to each other and syncing through the streams. But one of the nodes on the DevNet node side, previously all of them was server enabled as well. So when I was doing the test, every time the node send a request to the DevNet nodes, it could break them because they didn't have the snapshot database. And when they are trying to retrieve the snapshot database and doing some iteration through that, they get nil, and then it could break the entire process and same cycle, and sometimes the panic issue for the node. So those issues already are fixed. So I managed to send a PR to fix first of all this null snapshot on the sync side, and then another PR that finally I could find the main issue why the node is not able to create the snapshot database. So this PR is a great step to fix the issues of the state pruning as well, because one of the big issue on the state pruning also was that snapshot creation. So I tested it. It works. The node is able to create a snapshot DB, and it is able to iterate through the keys and send them over to other nodes. this PR is ready for review. And after we merge this, one other thing, this PR adds a new section on the configuration file. So it upgrades the configuration file to 3.6.1. There were one option in the configuration file called tries in memory. So these options, after this version, it goes under cache config. And I added a new section called cache config, which basically all of the configuration for the cache will be there. So this is about how much memory we assign to the cache, and about the tries, about the timings, how much time for the tries, about the snapshot limit, and pre-images, or a couple of other things that after this we are able to set them on the configuration file. Previously it was hard-coded inside the code base. So yeah, the configuration file tries in memory options now is removed, and it is under cache config, and a lot of other configuration under cache config. All of them are tested. I also tested all of this new configuration, and just I think we need to upgrade all of the configurations for any further deployment. And I think if we can review this PR a little bit faster, and I get the result, and we have this PR on all the nodes, then the nodes will be able to create a snapshot, and then later I can use them to test, to continue my test on the fasting. Creating a snapshot, already I disabled it for mainnet. I just enable it for Devnet and testnet. So if you deploy the code if you deploy this PR to the Devnet, the snapshot by default will be enabled. So that means the node will start at the first time, the node will start to create it. After that, it will load it. So only the first time. It takes time for node to create a snapshot, and the next time, if you restart the node, the next time it will reload the snapshot and will use it. Yeah, that's all from my side.
Is the snapshot okay? How would the node how would a node know that he needs to download the snapshot?
So node is not download the snapshot. Node is create the snapshot on his side, and later other nodes, if they are using the fasting, they can ask that node to get the states from the snapshot. It will be like that.
Okay. Is a snapshot linked to a block number?
What do you mean link to block? So you remember how pre-images works? Pre-images is part of that. So all of these cache things that we already have on the that I already added, the pre-image is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the try and so let's say the node is in the certain route. From there, the node can iterate all the accounts and kind of index them on a separate database. So later it knows how to find that certain account by hash, and then retrieve the data of that account and send it to other nodes. It works something like that. So all of the storages kind of indexing to the storages, indexing to the accounts, like that. All of them will be on that snapshot DB. Yeah.
Is there so even for pre-image, we were using the last pre-image being indexed based on the height, the block height, to say that the pre-image was healthy or good, you know. So if I were to download a snapshot, would that be equivalent to also download the blocks, and in which block would that be if I were to use a snapshot?
So actually the block is not stored in the snapshot. As I said, the snapshot is kind of indexing. Just imagine like a dictionary,
Mm-hmm.
kind of indexing the things, all the hashes, and because it has the last try in the memory, And every time a new block adds to the chain, it updates all of this indexing to the
Okay.
latest try. Yeah, like that. So next time it needs to iterate the try, it
Okay.
goes through the snapshot and it knows how to find them in the main database.
So you said latest tries, right? How do I know it's the latest if I don't have a way to know what's the latest? Usually, latest we use the block height, but in here, how do I know
Yeah,
it's the latest?
yeah. The latest will be every time, as I said, every time we had a new block adds to the chain, it will update all of this.
Okay, I'm starting a brand new node, has fast sync. I'm downloading the state, that snapshot. How would I not know from which block you need to start to sync? Or would you have to sync from zero anyway?
Yeah, when you work when the nodes start from the fasting, what's the purpose of fasting? It is because you don't want to have and calculate to execute all the blocks from the Genesis block, right? You don't want to execute all the block because it takes like a few weeks. But when you use the fasting, what it does is it asks other nodes, hey, do you have this state? Do you have this state for this specific route? What route? This route will be the pivot block. So if the other nodes start sending the latest try for that certain height, for that certain route, it will send to that node that is doing the syncing. So that node doesn't need, let's say, the block number is 1,000. So this node doesn't need to execute 1,000 blocks because it already has the latest try. So from there, it can give you all the data that you need. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to execute one by one the blocks and append them to the
I understand.
thread. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So, okay. Let's test that because to me, I was thinking that we could use that feature to start a node from zero, right? And be able to validate in a matter of minutes, right?
Yeah.
But to do that, we need the state, of course, the snapshots, but we need as well the block. You
Yeah,
know?
remember this snapshot is totally different with the snapshot that previously we had. It's a different thing. This is a feature under Ethereum database. It's not related to that snapshot that we had a copy of the database somewhere and we could download it and put it on this node and run a new node. And
Okay.
it doesn't need to get synced. It is very
Okay.
different thing. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know from Tendermint, right, state sync for them, right, you could, after you do, you can start syncing from whatever that state sync DB snapshot was at, you know. So that's why I was asking for that question, because for us, if you still need to download the DB, right, for a validator, that means we still need to maintain the snapshot node, you know, our own snapshot node, okay, not Harmony node, right? Those nodes that contain the actual DB today.
Yeah. This snapshot is kind of something to help the thinking through the nodes. It doesn't have the full database or full state there to just you copy it somewhere else and use it. It's just something that helps the thinking process. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the update. Diego, you have anything you want to add?
Hey, so yeah, I've been working with Constantine regarding the leader rotation. So I'm currently just setting up new devnet, external devnets. Already we have two per chat. So yeah, besides the weirdness that's self-reported, yeah, things have been running smoothly. I'm currently adding another two nodes, one per chat. So we have enough voting power to fully externalize DevNet. So I have a hard fork that I need to activate for DevNet that will basically remove all the internal nodes and rely only on external nodes. Like if that works, then I will start running tests basically, so each external node have a different number of VLS keys. So then I will try to reset or stop one of the nodes with the highest numbers of VLS keys to see if the outage or the network managed to recover and elect a new leader fast enough, and see what happens if I do the same with a node with one VLS key and stuff like that. Just trying to think of different test cases scenarios and just trying to mimic what we have on mainnet or what we have at mainnet and try to follow the same update path we'll follow in Devnet, basically, where we plan to use external nodes and fully externalize in the future. So yeah, that's all.
Great. Thanks for that, Diego. Adam?
Hey guys, no updates for me on the protocol side this week. I'm hunkered down trying to get a game concept together.
Yeah, so
Sorry, what's that, Adam?
oh, you can go, Adam, if you want. You can give the
Yeah, yeah.
update.
Yeah, I was trying to understand what was that he was working on.
Oh yeah, so I haven't released a ton of information yet, but we're working on a game concept that I've actually just started putting to code a little while ago that leverages Harmony's network. So I think the concept that we've decided on is it's a multiplayer online battle arena in the style of a space shooter. I think that's probably the best approach for us to test our 1 second finality capabilities. So I know it's like early concept, right? Just straight up early demo. We'll have something hopefully to show off at ETH Denver.
Okay. So question, Adam, if there is any protocol issues, should I just redirect that to Gareth and Constantine, or are you able to help out as well?
As far as, so yeah, protocol issues, I'm kind of like 5% on protocol right now. So if there's like a major issue and no one can figure it out, just come get me. I'll still be on call next week. So other than that, yeah, I'm basically like
Okay, sure.
on protocol like very little, right? My primary focus right now is just getting this game concept out. With very little protocol stuff to help support what I need, right? And that also includes all the account abstraction stuff in the background that we're trying to facilitate.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, that's been in the process for a while, so glad to see updates on that. A little bit of housekeeping. I know you guys have probably seen the reminder just to do the update progress GitHub submission by Friday your time. End of day should be good. So that's pretty much it from my end. I appreciate you guys. Anything else before we close it off?
Yeah, but can I say without recording?
Yeah, sure. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks again.